What is going on, everybody? Welcome on into the Kansas City Chiefs 2026 schedule and record predictions. Rick Tamburo, Greg Andrews, Luca Marzullo also in the building for you. Greg's article up now for you guys on sportsforummedia.com. My man, I want to turn it over to you here really quickly before we get into this schedule dive. Thoughts on the Chiefs, man. They're getting just slammed in the media. People are over it. They think the train is over, the run is over, but we got Mahomes coming in reportedly healthier. We got Kelsey coming back. They are going for it one more time. They make that big move for Kenneth Walker, but we did see fights at practice, so who knows? But anyway, are you a believer that last year was more of a fluke, or is that more of who the Chiefs just are now?
It could be a combination of the two. Obviously, when your main quarterback goes down and blows out his knee and he misses a portion of the season, that's a massive blow to the team. Obviously, it's not going to help your offensive production. You're not going to be scoring as much. And they obviously took an incredibly massive step in the wrong direction when he got hurt. But the other side of this is saying that I'm not going to disagree with a lot of the analysts that are out there saying that, hey, they could be washed. It's all riding on one person's knee, and that is Patrick Mahomes. So we do know Andy Reid said that he says he feels great at practice. He even forgets about his knee. That's how good he feels. But he has not been in a game scenario yet. It's very different when you're on the field, playing against a different team who's going to come and try to rip your head off. The other thing, too, is, yes, a lot of people are picking against them, but not the odds makers. They're still fifth in the NFL, according to odds makers, to win the Super Bowl at plus 1,500. So analysts don't really like him this year, but the bettors do. I'm not going to say they're washed yet. We don't know what's going to happen in game one of the regular season. Andy Reid is still kind of not undecided. He said he doesn't think he's going to be playing Mahomes in preseason, maybe a tiny bit in that last game, just to see how Patrick Mahomes feels. But I have a feeling we might see him in game one. Don't know yet. If he's longer and we don't see him until maybe week 2, week 3, could be a problem. But I'm not going to say they're washed, but I'm not going to say they're back. We got to wait. We've got to wait and see.
Fair enough. And we are going to wait and see right here, right now, guys. Luca Marzullo coming on into the show here. Fellas, let's dive in because their schedule, it opens up with a banger out the gates here. September 14th, Broncos, Chiefs, 8:15 p.m. It's going to be fun. Luca, I know you are a Broncos guy. I lived out there in Denver for about 8 years. I mean, Greg, you know, one of your teams put up 70 points on the Broncos a few years back. Sorry, folks. Had to bring up the dagger there. We got a lot of Broncos fans, though, and they are expecting a win here in this game. Luca, I want to come to you first, Broncos fan. How you feeling walking into Arrowhead here week 1?
I mean, it's such an interesting matchup because you got a team with Mahomes who's coming just out of a ACL injury, and then you got a team with Bo Nix that's coming off a broken ankle. Mahomes, it's looking like he's trying to trying to pick up and try to fix what was wrong with last season. Because even before Holmes got injured in that game against the Chargers, I would say I wasn't that really convinced with the team, even with him, but Nix, on the other hand, you got someone coming in looking to pick up where he last left off. And then you talk about the Chiefs with players like Kelsey, Rice, Kenneth Walker, and you think like this is a team that's gonna push, man. But like judging from what based on last season, from what I've seen, I feel like I feel much more confident that the Broncos can come into Arrowhead and take that first home opener, spoil the party for the Chiefs fans.
Fair enough. Greg, coming to you next, man. How we feeling?
You know, again, it's going to ride on, is Patrick Mahomes playing? Is he not playing? How is he feeling? What kind of Travis Kelce are we going to be seeing? Just got married. What's the Taylor Swift effect going to be like? All the new guys they've added. How good is their defense going to be? Defense wasn't that great last year. They made some upgrades in the secondary. I still don't really put all of this massive trust into a team that has been found out by other teams. Defensive coordinators are starting to find out. Like we just said right now, Luca was just like, hey, man, even with Patrick Mahomes, they did not look that good. They were great starting the season, and all of a sudden the wheels started to fall off. Teams are figuring them out. But it's hard for me to say I'm picking the Chiefs. It's hard for me to say. I'm just going to pick the Broncos. It depends if Mahomes plays. I'm going to go ahead and say he's going to play. If he does, I think he's going to come out and be like, I mean, that picture you showed of him says it all. I think the Chiefs are going to pull it off. I don't think it's going to be a runaway, but if he doesn't play, easy win for Denver. But I'm anticipating him to play, so I'm going to say win for KC.
Easy win for Denver, huh? Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm kind of
without Mahomes. You got to say that. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, look, Fields as a backup is not a bad one, but he's still not Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, fair enough. I do like the Justin Fields backup there, though. I think that could be interesting.
I love it.
But that said, I'm gonna go ahead and join you guys. I think I'm gonna go Broncos, but we're gonna get humbled really quickly if he comes out here and he just balls out against this Denver defense week 1, and he's like, "Yo, y'all must have forgot. I'm Patrick freaking Mahomes, bro." I don't think it's going to happen, but like when it does, I don't think anyone's going to be surprised by it. So I'm going to go Broncos just based on what we know going into the season. I am worried about that leg as well, but hey, we'll see what happens here. So moving on through, Colts at the Chiefs, another home game for them here and another primetime game back-to-back. Colts on the road. I'm not a Colts guy. Everybody's still trying to make them sound like they're a good football team. They're not. Jonathan Taylor's the whole team. If you can stop him, you can beat them. It's pretty simple. Can the Chiefs stop them? I'm a little bit worried about this defense here, but I feel pretty good. So give me the Colts as a win for Kansas City. Greg, where are you going?
I pretty much got the same thing that you just said. I just think I know you don't feel comfortable with KC's defense. They did get better compared to last year. Let's agree on that. Secondary was their biggest hole. And when I say hole, it was pretty massive. They got 2 better options in the secondary. I think they got a little bit better in the draft. Now, experience-wise is a problem, but athletically, much better. Speed, much better. Linebackers, better. Overall, better defense. And I think they're going to shock some people. I'm going 2-0. Chiefs are starting off. Give them a win here.
All right.
I just don't trust Daniel Jones either. I think last year was a fluke with how great he was playing. Sorry.
I'm right there with you. Luca, we sweeping that here with Kansas City.
Well, I think it's a big, interesting game also for Kansas City because I feel like this is the game where we're actually going to start seeing a little more about Peter Woods. Along Chris Jones had some confident things to say about him. I think this is one of the games that we're going to see a little bit of what he's made of, like the kind of problems he can make up front. But Mahomes, Rice, and Kelsey, I feel like easily that gives them the favorable matchup for this. So I'm going to go with the Chiefs getting their first win this time. Give me the Chiefs.
All right. Fair enough. Then Chiefs at Dolphins. Fellas, are we all good to say that's a win?
Easy.
Okay.
He could be an issue, but come on.
I think Chiefs at Raiders week 4 could get interesting, but are we all good to go win? Okay.
Yep.
All right. Moving on through here. Chargers at the Chiefs, 4:25 p.m. October 18th, week 5. It's going to be a good one, man. I'm struggling here. Everybody knows I'm not a Herbert guy. They're on the road. It's not cold yet, per se. But there's this other part of me, like, I don't know if I want to take Denver and LA walking into Kansas City and winning. It's kind of concerning me a little bit. So I'm still going to go Chargers, but I don't like it at all. They're going to need a big game from Cam Dicker in this one, and I do think that that's what happens here. It could be a Harrison Butker game winner, but it could just as well be a Cameron Dicker. So I'm going to go with my gut a little bit in this one and just say that until I know Mahomes is 100%, I got to take a reloaded, best I've seen in a while LA team. So, Luca, where are you going, man?
Well, this is pretty important because I can remember the Chargers swept Kansas City last season, and especially this being the team that Mahomes went out last year due to injury. I feel like he's going to be looking for a little revenge in this game. So I'm kind of expecting a strong performance from him. Not going to lie. I guess I can kind of go there with you about Justin Herbert. I'm not really feeling him as much as a lot of other people may feel him outside of LA. But I feel like it's going to be a nice bounce back for the Chiefs after getting swept from by them last season. So give me the Chiefs to win that first game.
And Greg?
So I got an interesting take on this because the quarterback whisperer, Mike McDaniel, is in LA. Now, I don't like Justin Herbert as much as you guys. I feel the same way you do. I don't trust him as far as I can throw him. I think we've said this before in shows. Fraud. But
fraud, 100%.
But the Chargers are playing Denver at home the week before this. Yes, they go into Kansas City. Not cold yet. Yes, it's middle of October. We're getting to that point. It's going to start to change. But I got to go with the Chargers in this one. For some reason, I just got that feeling that Mike McDaniel is going to do something. And when Herbert has a down game, because I don't think they're going to beat Denver at home, Denver's going to be riding in at Seattle before that. So it's like, I just think Mike McDaniel's will be able to be quarterback whisperer, figure something out. They just find a way to wrangle the Chiefs. I just don't know why. I just got a feeling that, yeah, it's just going to be the Chargers in this one, somehow pulling it out. Field goal. That's all I'm going to say.
Field goal. Cam Dicker, man, putting the faith in the guy. Dicker the kicker, as they call him. Up
Best
there in
name
LA,
in football
there,
for a kicker.
Over there. Yeah. How are you described LA? I'll say over there in LA. But that said, guys, moving on to week 6 here, we got the Chiefs at the Seahawks in prime time, October 25th. This is going to be good. You just brought up the coaching staff over there, Greg, and I got to bring up the coaching staff in this one. Andy Reid taking on Mike Macdonald, two of my personal favorites. As a matter of fact, I have them both as top 3 coaches in the NFL. So I'm a big fan of this coaching matchup. I think it's going to be fun. Darnold, Mahomes. Look, if we get the best version of Darnold, I guess you could say he's as good as Mahomes until you say, yeah, but what if Mahomes plays his best? Well, then he's not. So it's an interesting way to look at this one here. I am concerned that they got rid of Kenneth Walker and gave them to the Kansas City Chiefs, and now he's walking in there to kind of handle some business. The Super Bowl MVP. I don't know, bro. This has Chiefs walk in here and get it done written all over it. But I am so high on Seattle and Mike Macdonald. I just can't do it. But once again, I will not be surprised when Mahomes finds a way here. Most importantly, Kenneth Walker has one of his biggest games of the year in this game. But I also think that Seattle's going to have their way as well. So anyway, give me Seattle in prime time. Luca, where are you going?
I mean, I don't really think much has to be said for me. I mean, judging what I've seen from Kenneth Walker and what they did last year, I feel like it's just going to be probably not. I wouldn't describe it as a bloodbath, but I feel like Seattle easily will have the advantage here. I mean, I'm sure fans are going to love seeing him in a Chiefs uniform, but give me the Seahawks easily.
Greg, sweet.
I'm going to say Seahawks just to start it off because it's like you said, it's going to be which quarterback can play better, but I think it's the 12th man in Seattle. We all know it gets loud as hell at that stadium. They're going to be cheering loud. I know they're going to probably give Kenneth Walker a standing ovation. I know they miss and just let him walk out the door, but I know they're going to cheer him a little bit, but then they're going to come back to their senses and say, this is our home turf. We got to be loud. Let's get under their skin even before the game begins and make it tough. So I'm just going to say Seattle, their defense is going to be way too much for Kansas City. And I think we're going to start seeing a little bit of old man Travis Kelce show up. The wear and tear is going to start showing up on him. I don't know, man. I just see this Kansas City Chiefs team start to do one of these on the rise and then start to fall as the season goes on because their schedule only gets tougher after week 11.
Yeah, it's been tough to this point. I'm a little bit worried about them as well here. It feels like even if he comes back and he's not 100%, they could drop a couple early, and then by the time he's healthy, they're going to drop games just because they're just not as good as some other teams.
It's the 50-50 ones. It's those 50-50 games that worry me the most. It's not the ones where they should win. It's the ones where when we're talking, say it could go either way. Sam Darnold, this, that. This should be one they lose, period, because Seattle is the better team, especially defensively. That's why they won the Super Bowl. But the 50-50s is where it's going to kill them. And we'll get into that as we go through the schedule right now.
Well. I have them losing to the Broncos, the Chargers, and the Seahawks so far. So every toss-up game, I've gone against them. I mean, I'm just not there with them right now. But hey, we'll see what happens here because they got a rematch with those Denver Broncos. This time, come to Mile High City, where it's a little bit harder to play, a little bit harder to breathe, and the crowd gets a little bit rowdy. Chiefs on the road here, November 1st, 4:25 p.m. Eastern. Luka coming to you first, my man. Do your boys get this one done, or are you worried?
It's pretty interesting seeing a series between two teams with two games where the road team are the winners. But I think that's exactly what's gonna happen here. I think the Chiefs come into Denver and get it done this time. I think we're gonna see at the point where Mahomes is completely comfortable after his little recovery after the first few weeks. They're looking to split the series, so I think that's exactly what they're gonna do. I think Bo Nix is going to have he's still going to have a strong game, obviously, but Mahomes he's going to have a little better game than compared to week one. He's going to be fully comfortable, all recovered. Give me the Chiefs spoiling the party in Denver.
Greg?
I can't have Kansas City going into Denver and taking that game. I think healthy Bo Nix is better than a banged up Mahomes. Denver's defense is so much better than Kansas City's. Their D line is better. The battle of the trenches is where this game is going to be won. And I think their D line is just going to be too much to handle. I think Mahomes is going to be scrambling a lot. And knee injuries, ankle injuries for mobile quarterbacks are a career killer. It can easily change the kind of Patrick Mahomes that we used to see, which literally their game was dependent on him being able to scramble and make miracle plays. Can he do that again? Is that knee going to be able to handle 18 weeks of bang it out, smash it out, move around football like he used to do? I just don't trust it, especially as you get further into this season. I'm taking Denver in this one.
Man, oh man. I don't think I can take Denver twice. So I'm going to join Luka on this one. I'm going to say that when push comes to shove, I just feel like Mahomes has their number in this series right now. I'm not going to add much else there. It's going to be good. There's definitely, I think it's more likely that the Broncos sweep the Chiefs than vice versa, but I'll join the 1-1 movement here. So, all right, guys, moving on through, man, you're not lying, Greg, this schedule, man. Woo.
It's crazy. After week 11, you're just like, what did the NFL?
We haven't even reached the hardest point, I think.
I was going to say, you get three winnable ones here in a row. So I'm going to go first. We're just going to fly through these first three guys because there's some bangers around the corner. Jets at Chiefs, I'm going Chiefs. Chiefs at Falcons, I'm going Chiefs. Cardinals at Chiefs. Deep down, I want to go Cardinals, but I'm going Chiefs. So I'm going 3-0 in the next three here. Greg, where are you at for these next three?
I'm the same. In my article, I even said that 3-game window right there is going to be the easy part of their entire schedule. And then it's time to go up the hill and see if they're going to fall off the cliff. That's where it gets interesting in week 12.
Luka, are you also going 3-0 here, man, in the stretch?
I got to say, 3-0 right here. I don't think anything else needs to be said. They really need these games if they want to stay in the conversation. At this point,
these are the must-wins.
At this point, I'm thinking the competition is more upward towards the Broncos and Chargers right now. I think they're the ones that are kind of battling at this point, but we still got plenty of football left. So if they want to stay in contention, they need these 3 games. So 3-0.
Okay. Fair enough, guys. Well, there you go. There's the big 3. They can't afford to drop any of those, especially if they lose to Denver that week before. Then, what is this? Is this Christmas or Thanksgiving or day after? Is this November 26th? It sounds like
Thanksgiving.
But it's not. All right. Well, either way, Thanksgiving weekend. Point is, I'll be fat. I won't be hammered. I don't drink. I'll be fat. So tap into this one, guys. It's gonna be fun. Chiefs at the Bills here, 8:20 p.m. November 26, 2026. Luka coming to you first, my man. Who gets the best?
Oh my God! I mean, what's better than another chapter in the Mahomes and Josh Allen story? But
Facts.
Allen, he's always gonna make problems for any team. It doesn't matter the defense. He's always gonna be a problem. Playing in Buffalo, though, I think that's going to be the difference maker. unfortunately, I'll have to go with. Well, happy to say that I'll have to go with the Bills winning this, but it just sucks because it's the Bills winning this when it kind of doesn't matter, and that's the problem I have with it. But give me the Bills, obviously.
He said, obviously, like this is supposed to be easy or something. But you know what, Luca?
The regular season performers,
Hey.
I'm going with it.
I think you're right, bro. Give me Buffalo in a rather easy one here. I think that they're coming off 3 wins. It could be a scary time to run into Kansas City, but I'm a big Josh Allen guy. If you ask me right now, people always say, well, if you could start a franchise right now, who do you want at quarterback? I always say Josh Allen. I mean, current quarterbacks, I'm probably down for Josh Allen, but when you ask me these two against each other, it's definitely Josh Allen. So give me Allen here. I think he finds a way. I think the legs do matter here in this one a lot. Everyone knows that James Cook's fantastic running back here. I know they got Kenneth Walker on the other side. It's a new thing I don't think Buffalo has really had to face is Kansas City with a legitimate run game. So, like, they've faced Pacheco for 4 freaking years in a row, who sucks. So, like, I think it could get interesting here. I think it might be a little higher scoring than some of the other matchups we've seen, but we all know when they run to that middle circle, it's going to be Mahomes having a pissy fit and Josh Allen just smirking going, hey, man, great game. So that's what I see here. Give me the Bills. Greg, are you with us?
I'm with you guys. Yeah. At Highmark Stadium, Bills are going to be riding high. I just think Josh Allen's going to be way too much to handle. The defense did get better. Remember, they got linebackers. They brought in some names. I think they're going to be much improved there. A lot scarier. Josh Allen also, I think, Bills Nation, Bills Mafia, they all know time is a ticking. I know they're frustrated. I even wrote the article on the Bills Outlook, and I already said I think they are going to be one hell of a team to beat this year. I think one of the favorites to possibly win the AFC and get to the AFC Championship, make it to the Super Bowl. I've got Buffalo in this one. Josh Allen's always just too much to handle. I think he's going to own Mahomes in this one.
All right. There you go, guys. We're sweeping that one. So after 3 in a row, we're going 3-0 personally on saying that they're going to get swept here. So going to be interesting, but another tough one here. And I got to ask you guys, is this where we put on the is it a must-win game banner? Because it's December 3rd. It's on the road. It's in prime time. It's at the LA Rams, who everyone knows are favored to win it all here. You're coming off what could have been a loss against the Broncos. You did beat 3 bad teams. Then you lost to Buffalo. Now you're walking into here. It feels like for playoff hopes, and it feels like for people to just consider that you're still legit and you can beat a good freaking football team. You got to win this one. So, Greg, 1, is this a must-win game? And 2, do they win it?
Absolutely. We already said that this is the toughest stretch of games in their entire season. If they want to prove that they're back, if they want to prove that Mahomes hasn't taken a step back from the injury, this has got to be the game where they can prove it. Again, they've lost. I've got them at 7-5 so far through the season. That's usually not where we see the Chiefs at heading into a game like this in week 13. But I got to say, the Rams are stacked defensively. Yeah. I wrote another article on the LA Rams. When you pick up the best defensive player in the league, Myles Garrett, and Aaron Donald might come back. And even an Aaron Donald who hasn't played in 2.5, 3 years is still better than 80% of the D-line that are out there, I'm sure. I mean, I've seen the pictures of him. He got on the field. He put the helmet on, put a jersey on, was getting out there working out. They said he actually looked pretty good considering all things. That defense is scary, guys. Best defensive line in the league by far. Secondary's good. Good enough, obviously. They're amazing. Offensively, best offense in the league. I'm taking the Rams in this one, even though it's a must-win for Kansas City. Just a much, much better football team. McVay is going to coach the hell out of this one. I think he's going to get the best of Andy Reid in this. And Mahomes just not going to be able to get away from that D-line, man. He's going to be chased all over the field.
Luca, is there a chance for Kansas City here?
Well, I mean, what really needs to be said that Greg didn't say? I mean, I'm pretty much all with him. One thing I'm going to keep my eye on is seeing Trent McDuffie going against his former team. I'm sure he'll get a nice little welcome back from his Kansas City Chiefs. But I really expect I'm kind of in between on this being a must-win game. I mean, obviously, you want to prove that you can keep up with, the big boys, the contenders. But I mean, as difficult as this whole road stretch has basically been, I feel like win or lose, it still puts them in a kind of a mid-ish position. But I feel like it's going to be a little bit open for the for Kansas City this season. But
Okay.
either way, I'm all with Greg on this one. Definitely a one that would give them a definite statement if they can pull this off against the Rams. And you know what? That's what I'm going for. I think the Chiefs are going to pull this off.
I'll say you could definitely tell that this is the 5th toughest schedule in the NFL according to ESPN.com.
Oh, hell
you
yeah.
can clearly see it in the second half of this season. Now, it starts with a bang, like you said, but this ending is unreal. I would say this is probably the toughest schedule for the second half of the season. Easily.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at that. 3 games in a row. Buffalo, Rams, Cincy, all on the road.
I'll get
2
back to
Thursday
you on that,
night
Greg.
games.
I was gonna say I feel like I've done a few shows. There's been some gauntlets for some of these
crazy.
I mean, I'm with you. Look, this top 5, I'll give it to you. I don't know if it's the toughest schedule, but it is. It's right there. They do have a few cupcake games. They do have those 3 in a row where, like, I don't want to call it like it's 3 bye weeks. Like at Atlanta is not an easy game. But they're all winnable games. They're all games like Jets, Raiders. Like you should be able to take Mahomes out for a little bit of those and rest up a little bit, you would think. But yeah, I'm right there with you. It's a tough freaking schedule. That said, I'm not a Rams guy. I think you guys all need to pipe down. I think you guys need to start saving your money and stop betting on them to win every single fucking thing because they're not gonna. But also their over-under is like 13.5. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my freaking life. Take the under. Anyway, that said, this is going to be a good game, but they're not going to get past the Rams here. So I'm going to go with the Rams to get it done. Then they compete, but it's like you're saying, man. Like I just feel like Mahomes is going to be running for his life, fighting for his life. By the third quarter, he's going to be tired. He's going to be beat up. He's going to be like, bruh, yo, Kenneth, just take this shit. And it ain't going to be enough to be able to score touchdowns and go shot for shot here. So
do you think it's going to be just like Lucas said last season, first 7-8 games, they were looking great. And then just train derailed.
No,
because that's kind of the thought process I'm getting, I think that's what I'm thinking.
Wouldn't use the word great. But for my standards, I wouldn't use the word great to describe it, but yeah. Okay.
I don't even think that I think they have 2. I mean, the first 2 games, they could be 0-2, bro.
Yep.
Like they be
well
0-2, then they should win 2. To be fair, they have 2 easy ones after that. But okay, you start 2-2. You can't start 2-2 going into this. Like you got to find a way to be 3-1 after the first 4.
Absolutely.
And then what? Then you go lose to the Chargers and the Broncos all of a sudden. Okay, now you're like 2-4, 2-5, 3-6, whatever. Then you go into those 3 easier ones. What? Just to get back to 500? Like that ain't going to be good enough because then you got the gauntlet coming back after. Like I don't see any point where they start high and they come low. Like I think they're going to just be fighting for their lives the entire way. I think they're going to beat maybe 1 or 2 of those good teams we didn't give them. They're probably going to lose to one of those teams that we said, oh, that's a win, like a Raiders game or at Atlanta game. That could be a loss. And I honestly think they are borderline 500, 1 up or 1 down, basically the entire year. I'm leaning down. But that's kind of where I'm at. I don't ever think that they're peaking. I don't think that they win 4 or 5 in a row and they're top of the division at any point the entire year.
They can never go back to the 2022 Chiefs. Never.
Nope.
I'm not Mahomes.
Those days are gone.
I think that
boy Tom Brady came in and said, Hey, young buck, why don't you pipe down a little bit? Let old man do what he do. So we'll see. Also, Travis Kelce did come back here, but man, it just feels like they might have to do
different.
New.
The team
I
is
sure hope they don't
different,
move on
man.
from Andy Reid because I freaking love Andy Reid. But
Andy
Reid. Anyway, 5 more for you guys. Chiefs at Bengals, Patriots, Chiefs. Okay, none of these are freaking speed picks. So here's what we're gonna do, fellas. Less than 10-second takes here. Let's go. Chiefs
Yep.
at Bengals, 4:25 p.m. Eastern. I personally am going to go with Kansas City here. I know everybody likes Cincinnati. Everyone thinks that they're legit here, but I do think that Mahomes is going to be fighting for his life after those couple game stretches there. It is wintertime. It is outdoors. I know Burrow can be good, but I'm not sold on this Bengals team yet. And I love the Pittsburgh Steelers. I said it. So give me Kansas City on the road. Greg, where are you going?
Mhm.
I'm taking Kansas City as well. I do like Joe Burrow. I like Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. I mean, their offense is good, but we've seen them healthy and we've seen them not play so great. And since they're in Kansas City, I've just got the Chiefs winning this one. I think Mahomes, Burrow, the matchup is there. Mahomes is going to be at home. I think that place is going to be rocking. They're going to be ready to go. And Mahomes is going to find a way to win this, even if he is getting chased all over the field. But I will say, is he going to be laboring? You know, it's later in the season. Is the knee holding up? But I still have the Kansas City Chiefs win this one. I can't give him a loss at home against Joe Burrow. No.
Luca.
Chiefs easily. Bengals are legit. Bengals are legit. Every damn year with that.
Every year.
Get the hell out of here. I'm not believing that shit. I'm not believing
They'll
that
be
shit.
better. They'll
Joe
be better.
Joe Burrow is
But they'll
dangerous.
be
Yeah,
the same
obviously.
team.
But no.
Yeah.
No. Chiefs easily.
Okay.
Get that shit. Get it out.
All right. Patriots at Chiefs
Talking
here.
about
Primetime game, December 21st. Going to be cold, going to be outdoors. This is where I'm going to flip the script here. I'm going to say that the Patriots do walk in there and beat them in Arrowhead. But I am concerned in this game here. But I'm going to go Patriots on the road here. Luca, where are you going?
I think I'm gonna stick with the Chiefs. Interested in seeing two teams that are pretty much carrying the rough schedules this year. And Patriots are really trying to prove their run last year wasn't just because of an easy schedule. But I'm going with the Chiefs. I think this game I feel like is like the perfect challenge for Drake May. I know the Chiefs have gotten a little bit worse, but the players Kelsey and Mahomes, I feel like it's a good like competition for Drake May. But I feel like the old men will pull it out and give him a dub. So give me the Chiefs.
Greg, what you got?
I'm going Patriots, man. I think Drake May is going to charge in there, just like you said. He's going to come in head of steam. That team's going to be ready to go. I think they're going to try to show people this year that last year was no fluke, man. And yeah, I think they get it done in Arrowhead. I can't believe I'm saying that, but I trust in Drake May. I trust what I saw last year. And believe me, I see a lot of them because they're in the AFC East with the Dolphins. So believe me, I'm seeing that. I'm seeing Allen. I'm going to take Drake May.
Okay. 49ers at Chiefs here. I really wanted to be a 49er guy coming into the year. I felt like I was getting them at a discount. Everyone was writing them off here, but between the Ricky Pearsall thing, some of the other injury concerns going on, I'm just a little bit worried about them. The defense, I'm a little bit worried about them late in the year. Outdoors, kind of in the cold here, 4:25 p.m., 2 days after Christmas. I'm going to go Kansas City here, but will not be surprised if McCaffrey literally wins this game by himself. But Kansas City, Greg, where are you going?
I got Kansas City in this one too. You know, I'm kind of a believer in San Francisco, but at this point in the season where I've got them, which I'm not going to tell you what the record is right now, but they're hanging on by a thread. And so I think they know that offense is going to click, defense is going to pull something out, and they're going to get the San Francisco 49ers number in this. So I'm going to give them a win on this one.
Luca.
Well, I think I got to go with I think I'm going to go with the Chiefs too. I mean, I'm sure the 49ers defense, I mean, everyone's counting on. I don't think it's that hard to follow that their defense is going to be a lot better than last year. I mean, just with the injuries and stuff they've been plagued with, just that bad luck. I feel like it still won't make a big difference. So Chiefs, I think can I wouldn't say easily get it done. I think this will be a battle to show the 49ers are still up there without all the injuries, of course. But I think the Chiefs can just barely pull it off. So late fourth quarter.
Folks, while we're here, sports4media.com. Check it out. Greg's article up now and a bunch of other articles for you. NFL, college football, baseball, UFC, whatever you need, we got it covered for you. Subscribe on YouTube at The Sports Forum. We appreciate you guys there, man, and follow us on all socials at Sports Forum CO. But we got two more here, and we are getting up out of here when we give you guys our final predictions. We got the Chiefs at the Chargers and the Raiders at the Chiefs. Last two here. I'm going to go with redemption painfully. I'm going to say the Chiefs walk into LA and get it done. One thing I say about Justin Herbert, he ain't clutch. And when they need this one late in the year, he ain't going to get it in his own house. Give me Patrick Mahomes on the road. And finally, even though the Raiders, this is the perfect Raiders ruin shit for the Chiefs, and I could see it happening, I'm going to lean Chiefs here in a terrifying one. Give me a rare one from me. Give me Daniel Carlson misses from 52, and the Chiefs go through the playoffs. All right, that's what I got for you here. But, Greg, last two games, what do you got?
Well, I got them winning against the Chargers miraculously. I think it's coming down to a Chiefs field goal at the end of this, but I do have them losing to Las Vegas. I think that's where they slip up. It's that 50-50 game when you're like, they should get it. It should be an easy one technically, right? I just don't know why. I'm like, I just don't feel that as the last game is really that easy. In week 18, you just went through a gauntlet. It's long. Patrick Mahomes just faced some of the best defenses in the league. He's been scrambling for his life. How's that knee really feeling? Is he still going to be on the field? Are they going to try to say, all right, we don't know if we can play. Is he hurt? How's Kelsey doing? How's everybody doing? I don't buy it. I think Las Vegas is going to have their number. They're going to spoil the party and kind of ruin their season pretty much. I'll tell you all about that when we get the last one here from Luca.
I think that's exactly what you said. I think that's bound to happen. I mean, I think the Chargers, that game, that's going to be the difference maker with their fight against the Broncos. I'm still seeing them neck and neck, 100%. It's gonna come down close, but I feel like that game is going to be the deciding factor, and Chargers will take that game against the Chiefs, and that'll solidify their position at the top of the division. As painful as I gotta say, I think it's the year that they get their rightful place at the top. And as for the Raiders, I feel like this could be the game that decides the Chiefs in the postseason. Ultimately, what I'm seeing they win that game, but unfortunate other games make it so that they miss the playoffs. I think that last spot comes down to another team that wins somewhere far away. So the Chiefs, they pull out the win, they work real hard, they feel proud of themselves, and then another team wins their game, and then boom, it just eliminates them from the postseason, which I see is realistic for them.
All right, gentlemen. Without going on a long take here, final two for everybody here. First of all, over under 10.5 wins. Secondly, are they on a playoff run? And if they are, how deep? Greg, what you got?
Well, in my article, I had them at 9-8. I got them 9-8 right here. I just planned it out all for you. I don't see them making the playoffs. I think the Chiefs' dynasty runs are done. I think that Andy Reid in the offseason is going to take a look at this team and say, we got to find a new plan that's going to fit. We got to do what we used to do, which is get younger in the draft, start working the new wave. Mahomes is still our guy, but we got to have a backup plan to that too. I already told you, injuries to a knee or an ankle for a mobile quarterback changes the game for an offense. I'm hoping Mahomes is still the same guy. I like him a lot, but I don't have them making the playoffs. 9-8. Like you said, everybody has them. All the bettors have 10.5 is what their mark is. I think that's insanely high. I got them under.
Well, I was going to let Luca go, but I'm going to go here because you just used the term insanely high. And I'm looking back at the schedule here. I don't know if it is. I don't know if it's insanely high. I do think it's too high. I'm on the under, but I am right there. When you really look at their schedule, man, go back and look at it. It felt low-key. It felt harder when we were talking about it because I'm looking at it now. And genuinely, I mean, I see 11-6. I can see it. And I'm not giving them a lot of hard games. I'm more – if they win the ones they're supposed to win and they just split their divisional games with the Broncos and the Chargers, they can win this division and they can find a way to be 11-6. I have them ceiling 12-5. Absolute floor 8-9. I'm going to put them at 10 wins. I think that's fair. Puts me on the under 10.5 on the year. I do think they squeak in as a playoff wild card, but I do think if they're 9-8, like Greg's saying, man, it's going to be a scary sneak if they can get it. There's just too many good. The Bengals, Steelers, and Ravens can all go. The Chiefs, the Chargers, the Broncos can all go. Like it's going to be weird. It's going to be interesting to see who gets in where. Maybe if they beat the Bengals, that's the tiebreaker game. That does get them in. I don't know, but I have them under, but they are a playoff team and they are eliminated in the very first round. I think at this point, their goal is just get back to the playoffs. Deep down, that's what they want to do. And I think they get it, but they fall short quickly because maybe they come to Pittsburgh and they get beat down in downtown. You know what I'm saying? So, Luka, what do you got, man?
I mean, I would have to agree. I think 10 feels more of the realistic ceiling for the Chiefs, but the only difference would be even with 10 wins, I would say they'd still miss the postseason. It's all about their division. It's such a hard choice this year because it's realistic for them to get back on the top 100%. But with just the Chargers not going away and the Broncos just going to keep getting better and better a little bit, it can literally go any way between those three. But 100% would be my realistic outcome of the season for the Chiefs. Still missing the playoffs because unfortunately another team had other plans for them and ended up squeaking into that final wild card spot. But man, I mean, as much as I love seeing the Chiefs out of the playoffs and stuff, it's a real shame that Mahomes won't be able to get back to anywhere that he used to be, all because of this, most likely the ACL tear. But I think I agree with you. Andy Reid, I think, has to decide that. I think there's got to be a different story for this team now if they miss the playoffs. I think it may be time to boom.
I'm going to say not turn the page. Let's start pretty big tweaks in our roster. Bigger positions. Travis Kelce, 50-50 if he returns. I'd probably say no. Mahomes comes back. You still got a running back. You got pretty good wide receivers, but what's going to happen on defense? What's going to happen with your line? What's going to happen with some of the deeper roster spots for your wide receivers? Back in the day, young talent went a long way with this team. That's how Andy Reid built the dynasty. Go young, find the talent, work the players, get great. The last thing I'm going to say is I'm looking at the schedule, the standings from last year. What's crazy to think of, and you said it, Luka, they're going to miss out. The team with the worst record was your Pittsburgh Steelers. They snuck in at 10-7. But remember, Baltimore got better too. Lamar Jackson, they got eliminated. So you've got Baltimore in the hunt, but then you also had Houston, Jacksonville, Denver, LA Chargers. I mean, you got all these teams, 12+ wins, 11+ wins, but we're all forgetting Baltimore. And I think, like you said, Luka, that's going to be the team that's going to be the back and forth of who's probably going to get Kansas City out of the playoffs entirely, because I think Lamar Jackson, healthy, that's not going to have a major knee replacement or surgery or anything, who's going to come in and say, you know what, guys, Mahomes ain't what he used to be. Let's run this and get him out. Especially if it comes out those last 2 weeks. It's going to be crazy.
Fair enough. All right, guys. There you go. Kansas City under 10.5 wins. It seems to be a majority here. Maybe a playoff berth, maybe not. I mean, I'm barely squeaking in there. They're both pretty much saying no. It's going to be tight here, but what I can say is I think betting to make the playoffs, yes, and over 10.5, both don't feel like great bets from our side of the pond here. So I don't know, guys. We'll see what happens, but make sure to give these guys a follow. Luka Marzullo at Luka MRZZ. Mr. Greg at Sports Talk _Greg. Myself at Rig Sports Talk, at Sports Forum CO. For you guys on all socials and at the Sports Forum. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube. We appreciate you guys, man. Sportsforummedia.com this weekend. We got a UFC preview for you on the entire main card. We got the Friday night MLB game of the day. Ashley Priyanka bringing that one for you. All these guys dropping football articles. Luka's new Christmas Day NBA article up now. So all kinds of stuff for you up on the site, guys. No Friday show for us, but we will see you on Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Take care. Have a great weekend. Enjoy preseason tonight. And in 10 minutes, go Steelers, baby. We'll see you.
Pop a few pills and pop a few champagne.